is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Garbear Fitness. Today I'm chilling in my new beautiful backyard. As mentioned in my last vlog, I recently just moved. I'm loving this area right now, and I just kind of wanted to show you the scenery. Got my little squad of ducks swimming out over there. I don't know if you can see them, and I got my big boy, the crane over there. I don't know if you can see him, but So anyway, before I get started, I'm gonna say I just had to go to Walmart, and it looks like the sun's setting right now behind the clouds because we're about to hit rainy season in Florida. But I just had to go pick up a new tripod piece because I just broke my tripod, so I couldn't film about an hour ago. So I had to go get a selfie stick to find the only piece that was compatible with my phone because they don't have any tripods that are good for your phones there. They have everything for camcorders and cameras. So. And I'm going to be filming a chest segment later this week, probably Sunday, I believe, if I train chest Sunday. And I just want to kind of talk about how to properly contract your chest in the gym. Because I think certain contractions, especially making videos like these, are very important for people to watch when they're training or learning how to begin to train on their own. And that's something that I learned over time, is how to contract the muscle before you even get to the motion of squeezing it, so you can make sure that every muscle fiber is targeted during the exercise. But today's vlog I'm going to talk about, guys, is more so like, I guess, my Broscience days back when I was at Penn State in college. If some of you guys don't know, I'm from Philadelphia, and I've been in Florida for a little over a year now, but I want to talk about that and kind of like, I guess, where the basis of this video is going to head to. So during my Broscience days, I would say I was in about, like my third, fourth year of lifting. I had like my skinny ab gains. And you think that you know everything all the time, like, oh, train this, train that, eat this, eat that, like, kind of bullshit. And anyway, sign up for a nutrition class. And what's interesting is, like, first couple years, here, let me move this a little bit, or let me see if it's actually better here. Whatever, fuck it. First couple of, and this ground is really slanted, by the way, so it's a little hard to sit on. First couple of years, I should say first couple of years. Back then, I had signed up for a nutrition class at school, and of course, going in, having a couple years under your belt of lifting and stuff like that, the first thing you think of is, I know everything. This class is going to be a breeze, yada yada yada. So I get into the class, with my Broscience mindset, like, I lift, I'm in shape, I know everything, and we start going through the different chapters and topics of nutrition and how, like, vitamins, like fat soluble vitamins and things like that, affect your body. And I'm like, holy shit, like this, like, I don't know any of this stuff, like all I do is just eat and train. And it's pretty interesting to kind of have an understanding and basis of what's going on in your body when you're consuming things. So I'll tell you guys two stories. So the first story, I think it was maybe about midway through the semester for what do you guys call them in college again? Midterms, something like that, for like our midterm project. Yeah, it's been long since I've been in college. For a midterm project, we had to like write a paper about something in nutrition and present it to the class. So my topic was if it fits you. Oh, I thought something was behind me. If it fits your macros. And my paper topic was literally titled "If it fits your macros, eat that shit." So for starters, my nutrition teacher and I, we didn't get along because she had a very deep understanding of how things affect your body, and she was vegan, and I was more like eat big to get big, like eat whatever, protein all day type of mindset, which is pretty funny, man. This was an interesting time period in my life. So I chose that topic. And I guess just to explain what if it fits your macros is, guys. So if it fits your macros, there's two mindsets of it. The original mindset, which is what it was supposed to be interpreted by, is, say if you have two foods and the protein, carbs, and fats, because that's what macros is. It's tracking the amount of grams of protein, carbs, and fats you take in, equal to something else of another food, then you can swap the food out. So, say if you had like a cup of ice cream or, I don't know, a chicken breast or something, and, somehow the macros equaled out to each other, which they probably don't, but for example, you could swap them out. Now, the only problem with that is that the quality of the nutrients coming in, even though the macros, the numerical value equals the same, the quality of the nutrients coming in is going to be different. So, I mean, theoretically, you can replace everything in your diet with Pop-Tarts, whatever, as long as it fits your macros. And that's the Broscience mentality that started to develop over, I think, in that time frame, which was, I was 20, about 2021, I think. So that was 3, 4 years ago. 2000, I can't do my math. 14, somewhere around there. 15. That's like the mindset that was kind of going around, guys. If it fits your macros, you can eat whatever you want, and it's crazy because I believe that too. And then over time, you'll sit there and start learning and educating yourself more and realize that's not what the intended purpose for it was. It was, to find foods of equal nutritional numerical value, and then you can swap and play around and see how it affects your body. So anyway, at the time, I was very big. I was just coming out of swimming all the time and weightlifting. My metabolism was very, very fast still. So I would be on my huge, peanut butter and jellies, McDonald's all day, stuff like that. So when I presented the topic to the class, I was explaining to the class about, how I was able to eat this, and, just make sure you guys exercise all day and you can eat whatever you want, which I wouldn't say is entirely not true, but it's not entirely true either. And the professor gave me, I think maybe like a D or something on it, like a C or D, and I went up to her one day and I asked her, why can't I get, why is my grade so low in this? And she's like, because, even though this is how you eat, this is not like what nutrition was. And I was just sitting there arguing with her, and I was like, but this is what I eat, it works for my body type. I don't understand, it fits my macros, the numerical value I need to continue to gain weight, so what's wrong with it? And she's like, despite that being true, it's not, you're not pulling any information from it. You're studying something and you're taking the same stuff that you eat. Like, you're not learning from the project. You're doing the same thing you do every day, and like that you eat every day, and you're just putting that into a project. And obviously at the time I didn't understand, so I was a little pissed off about it. But I mean, my debate was, I was in shape, whatever. So the second story, it was another project we had to present, I think, which was our final or something, and we had to use one of those online calculators that talks about, what you need to figure out how to gain weight, lose weight, your body mass index, stuff like that. Which I'm not very fond of them, because they use like a system, I think, that, which I mean, it's a good basis to start, but I don't think it works for everyone's body type. Because at the time, at my weight, I think it was probably around like 160 or so, it was telling me I need to eat like 3,500 calories, and I know for a fact like I needed to eat more than that to gain a single pound. But anyway, we had to use those systems, and it found out like, I needed to eat like 3,500 or 3,000 calories to gain weight at the time. So so we had to come up with we had to build a diet with like a proper balance of protein, carbs, fats, and have like a nutritional basis to it, and then turn it in for a project, and we would be graded on a diet we built. So I was like, you know what, man, like I'm in shape, like screw this, I want to do whatever I want. So I made it, what did I do? It was like 1,600 calories of chocolate milk and like 3 or 4 peanut butter and jelly. And I like wrote like a whole paper on like why I was able to eat that shit. It was like 3, 4, 5 pages. So I turned it in like the same day or the next week or something. She gave me back, and it had like a D or something on there. And I was like what? Like, why did I get this grade? She's like, because this is not a proper diet. And I was like, why is it not a proper diet? And she was like, there's no nutritional value based behind it. I was like, look, like, and I straight up told her, like, I was like, I'm shredded. Like, you want to see, like, I can eat what I want. I don't understand why I get this wrong. And I passed the class, I think, with like a B or a C overall. I don't remember, but I mean, looking back now, I understand, because there's so much more to nutrition than just stuffing your face with random shit, And I think that's something that a lot of people need to learn. Like, nutrition is such a big variation of how your body is going to be sculpted through exercise and just living your daily life, and how you're going to feel in your health factors. The basis of the reason I'm doing this is because right now I'm working on like a nutrition guide. It's called Garbear's Guide to Proper Nutrition, and I'm going to have it for sale. It's going to be like a little book. I'm going to have it like edited, proofread and everything, by people with a background in sports medical science and stuff like that. I'm not sure how long it's going to be, and not sure what I'm going to sell it for, but the reason I'm writing this book is because I kind of wanted to talk about my different experiences throughout my life on nutrition, stuff about, studies on nutrition, and then understanding like the facts of how to build a diet, how to understand your body, don't always focus on what the numbers say on the scale, go about how you look, how you feel, like is your strength increasing, things like that. And I kind of want to just get these little interesting, funny little short stories about that, because we all go through phases where we always think we may know something and we don't, and there's a reason why. It's good to always take a step back sometimes and realize you don't know everything, and to continue to educate yourself, and to not just always come off like a jackass all the time, So that was the message in this video, guys. Just make sure that you never come off like you know everything. As the saying goes, if you feel like you're the smartest person in your room, you're wrong or in the wrong room or something like that. So just keep educating yourself, guys. You know, just listen to what people have to say, whether you're certified, licensed, whatever. You know, you're not always right. It's like, I mean, I say the same thing. I have a personal training cert, and I think in one of my first videos, I said, you know, like, I love listening to people who don't even have certifications, because I mean, you learn like the most interesting stuff from different people and about how their bodies work. So Garbear Fitness, check it out, guys. I just lost my train of thought. If you're looking for online apparel or online coaching, GarbearFitness.com. All my social media is in the bottom below. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, shoot me a message on my Instagram @WatsonAlexander. And stay shredded and stay learning.